Imagine yourself sitting on the deck of a boat, calm waters, beautiful sunshine, the sun's beating down, you're lounging on a recliner, drink in your hand, enjoying the moment, enjoying the day. And then suddenly you're jolted out of that relaxing position and a storm explodes. The waves suddenly become a turbulence. It's like a washing machine effect. What do you need to do to make sure that you can navigate your way through that path? That, folks, is what it feels like when you've got uncertainty in your business. In this video, I'm going to be talking you through what do you do, how do you cope, how do you frame your approach in your mind and your action when things are very volatile and uncertain. Hi folks, welcome to another weekly episode on the I Hate Numbers channel. This is the channel that's there to help you and your business make more profit, save time, increase the financial awareness and help you win more battles than you lose for what goes on between your ears. My name is Mahmood Reza. I'm an accountant, an educator and proud author of the book, I Hate Numbers. My mission is to help you connect with your numbers and power your way through, enjoy your business, reduce your anxiety and enjoy. Let's crack on with the video. Now we, in various cycles of our business, face periods of calm when things are very prosperous, very bullish. We face periods also of uncertainty where suddenly around us there's a great degree of uncertainty, costs are going up, prices become unstable, clients we don't know if they're going to actually be still staying with us, prices are going through the roof, and we have a great deal of anxiety that occurs. Now, how do we deal with that? One thing we should be aware of, that over the cycle of a business, and I've been doing this for 28 years, is that uncertainty happens. It's an inevitable part of the cycle of running your business. And the key thing is, the first thing you should do is remain calm. Calm, a sense of putting things on an even keel, is absolutely essential. Panic is nobody's friends. If you imagine that situation in an operating theatre where it's a life or death situation that's going on, surgeons, the theatre nurse, the assistants who work in that environment remain calm, remain some degree of detachment, and they need to do that if they're going to actually perform those life-saving operations. Now, running a business is not the same as saving somebody's life, but it has that same idea that if you don't remain calm, if you don't remain settled, then what's going to happen? That fear and anxiety is going to blind you. It's going to permeate through to your staff team as well, and you will make decisions which can be very catastrophic, and you will overplay the anxiety that's heaped upon you. You do not want that. So as far as you can, remain calm, remain centered. You are going to be susceptible to feeling anxious. It's a natural thing. We're not robots, but you've got to try and remain calm. Number two, you have to assess what's going on. And assessing the situation is always made much easier, much more powerfully when you've got numbers at your fingertips, when you've got numbers that help you understand the situation that you're in. Now the key thing is, you've got to be careful not to be flooded and overburdened with numbers. Many people, when they're trying to assess their situation, look at things in a wider picture too much, and they don't actually relate that information to themselves. So as a good start point, think about the questions that you need answering before you examine and explore the data, before you examine and assess the situation. So if the economy is feeling like it's tanking, prices are going up, demand is being affected, that's your general wide thing. Ask yourself, how does it affect me? How does it affect my business? How does it affect my customers? How does it affect my supply chain? We're not interested at this stage of the game what goes on in a wider picture. Something that might affect a retailer may not necessarily be affecting your business if you're selling B2B, if you're selling product. If you're a consulting business, depending on what you're consulting in, the impact of uncertainty in the climate in terms of rising prices, inflation, demand pressures may affect somebody else, but it may be that there's more demand, there's more need for your service. So make sure you frame the data that you need around the questions that you need answered. Number three, having got that sense of perspective, that sense of calm, that sense of stability to your thinking, having identified the data, the information that you need to help answer to those questions that you formulated, you then need to make sure that you're building up a financial plan, a cash flow plan. In my 28 years of experience here, one thing I can guarantee you is that if you've got a flexible, robust financial cash plan that reflects your business activity through the windscreen and not through the rear view mirror, you will stand a much greater chance of A, reducing anxiety, making those meaningful decisions about the money, the cash. Cash is that vital commodity, and having a good, flexible, robust cash flow plan is going to help you navigate the path in front of you. If you don't have a cash flow plan, I would say you've got a greater likelihood of crashing and burning, and we don't want that for you. By the way, folks, check out the show notes and I'll give you a link to the Numbers Know How financial story platform where you can access the resources. So having identified the sense of perspective, the mindset that we've got to adopt, having identified the fact that we need to assess and identify, come up with the options, we're building up a cash flow story plan. We've then got to take action. Producing that action plan, identifying the options, knowing what's in front of us is no good unless we take action. If you do not take action, inertia will take over and you are likely to let events overtake the situation and you're going to be on the back foot. Lastly, do not be like that rabbit in the headlight. We're not saying that we're robots. We're not saying that we are impervious to what's going on around you, but most successful people, investment analysts, for example, one of the reasons they make money successfully is they have a degree of emotional detachment from that situation. Your situation may be such that it may be that the best thing to do is to downsize, divest, look for alternative ways of funding. Whatever that is, you've got to have a degree of emotional detachment from the business that you're involved in. So do not be a rabbit in the headlights, being paralysed with fear, being paralysed with anxiety. Easy to say perhaps, is not a good look, and it does you no favours and it does you and your team no favours as well. So folks, let's wrap up and let's summarise. The calm demeanour, you will have moments of volatility and anxiety, but ultimately stay calm or become calmer. Number 2, assess. Understand what's going on and get the information and the data that suits the questions you want to answer. Number 3, build up your cash flow plan. Make that cash flow plan flexible, update it and use it as your accountability buddy. But if you don't have a cash plan laid out that reflects your business activity, then you're groping in the dark. Fourthly, take action. Inertia is not your friend. Lastly, do not be that rabbit in the headlights. Folks, I hope you found this useful. If you have, I'd love to hear some feedback. Obviously, I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. Check out the notes that I provide, and there'll be some links to resources that will help you resolve that uncertainty, deal with that uncertainty,